Hi, Mark Satterfield here. Thanks so much for joining me. One of the things that took me the longest time to get over was worrying about other people's opinion. And when someone would make a comment on, Facebook, or someone would make a comment on LinkedIn, if somebody made any sort of comment, I kind of took it personally. And I felt like, boy, what I'm doing in terms of my marketing isn't working. And somebody, I think it was probably my wife, said to me, "Hey, look, these aren't people who have actually hired you. These aren't people who are paying you money. Why do you care?" And I think that's a good lesson because a lot of times we hold back on our marketing because we're a little concerned about how it might be perceived. And when we worry about how it might be perceived, we tend to kind of devolve into the middle. There's the classic bell-shaped curve, and on one end, you've got people that really get intrigued and interested in who you are and what you do. On the other end of the spectrum are the people who just think, you're, I don't know, too weird for words or whatever. But then there's the people kind of like in the middle for whom you don't register at all. And that's the big problem we all face. It's not that people think we're too weird for words, it's just that people don't think about us at all. And in our objective to not offend anybody, we wind up being, incredibly bland. That's the reason why I'm such a big believer that being slightly controversial in your marketing has some real merits. Now, I'm not talking about doing anything that's, too out there, but, really taking on what are some of the commonly held beliefs and debunking them, or telling people things that, they think are true, but in fact aren't. These are things that probably come up a lot in your one-on-one consultations with people, and invariably have said over the years, a lot of people think that, but it's really not the case. Those are the kinds of things you want to put forth in your marketing messaging. And when I talk about marketing messaging, I'm talking about little short videos like this. I'm talking about PDFs. I'm talking about blog posts. I'm talking about social media posts. But it's really having an opinion, having, your proverbial planting your stake in the ground. This is what I believe. And then people will rally around you. Will there be people who say, "Hey, you're full of hot air"? Absolutely. But you don't care because, as I said in the beginning, those people aren't clients. They're not paying you any money. They don't get a vote. So it's real important. It's important for me. It's important for you to stop worrying about what other people think. Develop really what are those, truths that people have that really aren't true, and communicate those in your marketing message. I think if you do that on a consistent basis, what you're going to find is that you're going to get a larger share of voice. And that's what it's really all about, is getting attention, building a tribe, building trust, building credibility, being helpful to people, and then a percentage of those people are going to turn into paying clients. Hey, I'd be the first person to tell you it'd be great if we could just put up a website and say, "Hey, buy my stuff," and people would buy our stuff. But in the consulting, expert, advising game, that's not how it works. Okay? Hope this makes sense. Hope it's helpful. Hope I have the chance to speak with you personally one of these days. But until then, this is Mark Satterfield. Bye for now.